life gets difficult, most of us ask the same question. Why is this happening? I know I have. And sometimes that's an important question. Sometimes understanding the cause helps us to solve the problem. But over the years, I've discovered another question, one that's a lot more useful. And that question is simply this: what's my next responsible step? Not next year, not next month, but not after everything gets easier, just the next step. And that question has helped me through some of the most uncertain seasons of my life. I think one reason we become overwhelmed is because our minds jump straight to the finish line. We don't think about today's problem, we just think about next week, next year, 5 years from now. Our brains start trying to solve an entire future that hasn't happened yet. And it's no wonder we feel exhausted. We're trying to carry tomorrow before we've even finished today. One thing business has taught me is that very few problems get solved all at once. They're solved one decision at a time, one conversation, one improvement, one lesson, one adjustment. The same has been true writing books, building YouTube channels, creating Black Logic Media. Nothing I've built came together in one giant leap. It happened one responsible decision after another. Imagine standing at the bottom of a mountain. If all you do is stare at the summit, it could feel impossible. You start thinking, there's no way I can get all the way up there. But experienced hikers don't think that way. They're looking for the next step, then the next one, then the next one. And eventually, those ordinary steps become an extraordinary journey. I think that life works the same way. Whenever I feel overwhelmed now, I developed a habit. I stop asking, how do I solve an entire life? And I start asking, what's one responsible thing I can do before lunch? I know that sounds almost too simple, but it's amazing what happens. Action creates clarity, momentum begins, and then suddenly the problem doesn't feel so overwhelming anymore. I think sometimes people hear the word responsibility and imagine something abstract, something philosophical. But responsibility is incredibly practical. It asks questions like, have you made the phone call? Did you apologize? Have you read the chapter? Did you go for the walk? Did you prepare? Did you keep your word? Responsibility lives inside ordinary decisions. That's why it's available to everyone. This project has reinforced that lesson for me. People sometimes see a finished documentary or a completed website or a published book, and what they don't see is thousands of small decisions: researching one source, writing one paragraph, recording one action or one section, editing one mistake, improving one sentence. Everything worthwhile I've built was built exactly that way. One step repeated over and over again. So here's what I encourage you to do. If you're facing something that feels overwhelming, stop trying to solve the entire problem. Instead, ask yourself, what's the next responsible step? Not the perfect step, not the biggest step, just the next one. And then take it. Tomorrow, ask the same question again. I think you'll be surprised at how quickly progress begins to accumulate. I've come to believe that responsibility is not about carrying the whole mountain. It's about faithfully taking the next step, even when you can't see the summit. Because over time, those small, responsible decisions become something remarkable. They become a life that you're proud to have built, one ordinary step at a time. Thanks for spending time with me today. I'll see you in the next conversation.